So 21 Savage came out and said that he'd beat his entire freshman class in a Versus.
It beat me. I mean, that freshman cover beat me in no verse. Nobody. No, they can't.
Ooh,
No, that's
so
a lot
no.
of
Who was on that cover?
right there.
Anderson Paak,
Anderson
Uzi.
Paak,
Yeah, it's a whole
Lil
bunch.
Dicky.
Kodak, the best, the
It's
only
Kodak.
Designer.
competition.
Kodak, the only one that could really.
Man, they playing.
This got a lot of news because this freshman class was one of the biggest freshman classes, and honestly people regard it as the best by far. So today I want to take a look and see if he actually does beat all of the freshman class. Immediately the people we can knock out are G Herbo, Anderson Paak, Designer, Denzel Curry, Lil Dicky, Lil Yachty, and Kodak Black completely out of this conversation. Now, I think Kodak Black has the strongest case to be near 21 Savage, but he just nearly doesn't have the amount of Billboard hits that, that 21 Savage has. And I know that Billboard hits don't actually equal to quality. I know that. We all know that. But the difference is when you're doing a versus, it doesn't really matter about the quality. What matters more than anything is that you have songs that the general audience are going to know what's going on with it. And that's why I think Designer, even though Designer made this weird video where he was trying to dispute it, Designer has absolutely no case to even be near it. Sure, he has one hit, but you can't have an hour-long versus where you're just replaying Panda over and over and over again. But first, we look at 21 Savage. His Billboard history is honestly extremely impressive. He has 63 songs that have hit the top 100. He has 6 top 10 hits, and he has 2 #1 hits. The #1 hit, first being Jimmy Cooks with Drake, that was only there for a week. But the more obvious one being Rockstar featuring 21 Savage and Post Malone. Now that song sat on the Billboard charts for 41 weeks and it sat at #1 for 8 weeks. The song is also Diamond and was a cultural phenomenon. Honestly, it's easy to say that Lil Uzi Vert will never have a song that's this big. And I don't think almost any artist will ever have a song that was this big. This song is absolutely smash hit. It was ginormous. He also had Knife Talk that went to #4, and he also had a couple other songs, like he had Runnin' that went to #9. He was also featured on My Life with Moray and J. Cole that went to #2. And he also, he was on Who Wants Smoke that was pretty popular. It went to 17. Bartier Cardi went to 14. A Lot went to 4. Bank Account went to 12. 21 Savage's Billboard charts is honestly impressive. The only bad thing though is that majority of his songs that have charted anywhere have had features, honestly. The only songs that have charted high with him that don't have features is Bank Account that went 12, and then you have Runnin', but Runnin' was Metro Boomin with him, but I wouldn't call that a feature since Metro Boomin is more of a producer. Now we look at Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert has 85 songs that have hit the Billboard Top 100. He's had 6 #10 hits, and he's had one #1 hit, which is the huge hit Bad and Bougie that sat across the top charts for 36 weeks and in peak position was #1 and it sat at #1 for 3 weeks. Now the one difference with Lil Uzi that kind of sets him apart from 21 Savage is majority of his songs that have charted high are all with himself. He has no features. This man is able to chart with just himself. He has EXO Tour Life that hit #7. He has Futsal Shuffle that hit #5. P2 that hit #11, Baby Pluto that hit 6, Lil Mane that hit 8, Silly Watch that hit 9, Myron that hit #13. Lil Uzi has an entire fan base of just, bro, if people don't understand how loyal Lil Uzi's fan base is, it's up there with NBA Youngboys. He has That Way that hit 20, Sanguine Paradise that hit 28. The difference between 21 Savage and Lil Uzi is that Lil Uzi is able to chart without features. And that's not necessarily saying features are bad, but there's a big difference when we're talking about a versus, because if you're able to just go on your entire verses and it's just you and there's no features, I feel like it's kind of hard to debate that Lil Uzi wouldn't just straight up smash 21 Savage. But if we compare their #1 hits though, Rockstar blows Bad and Bougie out of the water. Bad and Bougie didn't hit Diamond. It wasn't as big of a culture phenomenon that Rockstar was. Rockstar, it was just a bigger song, and in the charts, honestly, they proved that it was a bigger song. So then we get into this weird conversation of, does the one hit matter? Or does all of the consistency that by himself Lil Uzi has been able to produce matters? I personally will give it to Lil Uzi. I just think that if you're able to top all these charts and genuinely place higher than 21 Savage with just by yourself, nobody, no producers, just by yourself, I feel like that's a bigger deal than 21 Savage having a lot of features on all of his stuff. But I could be completely wrong. I want to get your guys' opinion. Who do you guys think would win the verses? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. I'm out, guys.